am starting to do video diaries because I've realized I need a lot more processing than I think the average person does, or at least a lot more variety when I process. I need to write it down. I need to talk to myself about it. I need to talk to like 5 other people about it. I need to like make up scenarios in my head where I'm talking to a person I know, and then I make up what I think this person would say back to me, etc. So I end up telling a story probably like 50 times before I actually like understand how I feel about it and understand what I should do about it. And I've always liked this way of processing because I feel like the more perspective you get and the more experiences you get, the better you'll be able to approach a different situation in the future. Anyway, so I love writing down how I feel, and typically I'd read these letters to whoever I wrote them about or whoever's perspective that I think I need in the moment. But I've been wanting to like talk out loud to myself and be able to watch it back and really see how I am and what it's like to talk to me when I'm processing, which is all the time, let's be honest. So I made a video about a friend that I just had a horrible end to. Did that sentence make sense? A friend that I just lost because of my actions and my mistakes. And it really helped. Like, I rewatched the video probably 100 times, and I just really understood where I was coming from in a way that I haven't ever before, even when I talked to like 30 different people, because I was watching me. I was watching myself. So I want to make more. I think it's going to be really, really good for me to be able to watch myself. I don't want to cut it because I feel like that takes away from the point, which is processing and understanding. And if I take out something I said, it's like I didn't say it when I did. And there was probably a purpose to why I said that and the way I said that. So, what else could I tell? I might post these because then I'd get even more perspective. Actually, that friend that I recently had a huge fight with, and it's probably the end of our friendship. It's probably for the best that I think of it as the end, otherwise I'll have a hard time moving on. But that friend was so self-aware. He could hear you say something and completely disagree with it in the moment, and then he'd go and he'd think about it and he'd wonder, why did he disagree with it? What about him makes him not agree with it? What about me makes me agree with it? And he'd come back with the most mature point of view, and oftentimes really understand where I was coming from when I said that. Whatever I said. And because I lost him as a friend because of my horrible when I have something happen in my day, my immediate thought is to call him and talk to him and get his perspective, because it's like the most unbiased perspective that I know. And I don't think it's healthy for me to do that anymore. So I want this to be my go-to now. And sure, I'll continue talking to other people and all that. I might be rambling. I tend to ramble. Let's see. Maybe I can tell myself about myself. I'm a dreamer. I love to dream. I love to picture all the places that I want to go and wonder where I'm actually gonna go. I'm a college student. I should probably make a whole nother video about my education and all that, but in short, I was homeschooled through high school and I got a lot of college credit and before I graduated high school, and so I'm 2 years ahead of where I should be, which is very exciting. And so I'll be graduating spring 21. I'm a kinesiology major. I love studying the body. I'm the nerd that likes to tell you that whatever muscle lifts this finger, and then, like, did you know that we can't swallow and breathe at the same time, which is why we choke, and it's a huge evolutionary flaw because not many other mammals have that characteristic. I'm that nerd. I get excited about just body stuff. I love theater. Theater is my ultimate dream. If I could be on Broadway, I don't think anything could be more amazing than getting to perform every night and tell a story and tell that story over and over and over again, and every night you learn something more about who you're telling the story about. I think that would be so cool. And don't get me wrong, like, community theater has been so fun to do. But typically it's like a 2-week run, if that, sometimes just a weekend. And I feel like when you're really vulnerable with a character is when other people are watching you. When you have an audience, when you get to truly know who you are in that moment. So the idea of getting to do that for a year or 2 years, or if your show is successful, more than that, or if you're successful in your show, it would kind of suck if your show was super successful and then they were like, actually, it wasn't, we want to cast someone else. That would really suck. So I want to move to New York one day. Actually, I'm hoping to move in 2 years, so I'll be 20, and I'll probably be nowhere near good enough. But I'd like to think that being around so many inspirational people, getting to compete against the best of the best is gonna make me even better than I could possibly imagine. That's another thing about me. I love being the worst in the room. I love being bad at something. I played competitive piano for like 13 years. I'm a piano teacher now. That's pretty exciting. It's the best job ever. But I got really good, and it's the one thing in my life that I can honestly say, yes, I was good at that. I was playing songs that when I was younger, could never dream of playing, and I was learning them in a couple months, and it was really cool. And I like being able to recognize when, sorry, there's a wasp over there and it's freaking me out. But I like to be able to recognize when I have achieved what I've always wanted to achieve. But anyway, I was so focused on this one thing, and piano was my life, and that's all I did. And like, people would ask me to hang out, and I'd be like, sorry, I am spending the next 7 hours playing piano. That's not an exaggeration. And so a couple years ago, I decided to take a step back and really just try new things. I knew I loved theater. I'd been in shows before, and I'd been taking private singing lessons, but I really wanted to like explore anything that I thought was interesting, and it was the best decision I've probably ever made. I'll probably say that a lot about everything. But let's see, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, trying new things. And I was so bad. Like, I started dance classes. I really wanted to learn how to tap dance. I was like, I want to be like Sutton Foster one day. And dude, I spent hours just trying to flap or shuffle. And probably anyone who watches this does not know what a flap or shuffle is, but it's just like two motions basically in one direction, sometimes. And I spent like a good week just practicing flaps and shuffles, and I loved it. I was so bad, and it felt so good to not have to practice like 5 hours every day all week to make just a little bit of progress on like a small section. I could practice 5 minutes and I'd make phenomenal progress, and it was so cool getting to see that instant progress. And so I love it. I love that. Oh, there's B. Ooh. Oh, I really hope it's not on me. Sorry. So, what was I talking about? Tap dancing. Oh yeah, and then when I started classes, it was even better because I was so bad in comparison to the other people. And when you're dancing up against other people, it inspires you. It gets you to push yourself in a way that you just couldn't by yourself. Not because you're not motivated, but just because like there's someone performing to the best of their abilities right in front of you, and you can just really be inspired and be like, oh, that's how I can make that move look not like I suck, you know. So yeah, I know that's odd, but it's really cool for me. Let's see. So I spent like a year just tap dancing a lot. Tap dancing, doing any type of dance, ballet, jazz. I'm singing with my vocal teacher twice a week. I love doing that. I'm doing Suzuki training for my acting. I'm doing some martial arts. I'm really bad at that. Don't ever ask me to do any fighting stance for you, it'll be comical. Or maybe ask, because it'll be comical. This video could be so boring. I might never watch this. A lot of pauses, a lot of just thinking about me and what I want to share. And actually, I want to share everything. But this could be like the most boring thing on planet Earth. I have no idea. I think it will be cool to post it. I'm still debating whether I should or not. Because I don't know. I think it would be cool to not only be able to watch myself, but have other people watch me and then give me feedback, and then I'll have, like, you know, the whole internet to give me perspective and leave my friends alone, because let's be honest, they're so sick of me rambling all the time, and I so desperately need it. Oh, I'm the worst. Whoever my husband is, God bless him. He's gonna have to put up with a lot. But hopefully he likes to. Anyway, I think that's all I want to say today. I have a friend who's gonna meet me at the park. It's a beautiful day out. I'm really grateful. I'm really happy. I'm definitely processing, but that's normal. And even though the things that I'm processing aren't the funnest things to process, it's good for me. That's something that I do a lot. That people are like, God, could she be more of an optimist? But yeah, life has really given me a lot, and I'm so privileged to have what I have and to be where I am and to have me. I'm so lucky to be me. Anyway, before you vomit from my optimism and happiness, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for listening to me for the past almost 20 minutes. If anyone listened, probably no one listens besides myself, but if it's just myself, thank you, me, for listening to me. I appreciate it. I can't imagine a world without you. Could she ramble on any longer? Yes, I can. Anyway, so I might post it. I might not. This might just be a thing for me. Yeah. Thanks again. Love, Dorothy.